What's up?
Oh. Kate's in the house.
Screaming in your ear over here. Don't worry.
That's okay.
Be here
I'm all
day.
good with that. And we have Matt today.
What's up?
Hi,
Matt.
Matt.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Where'd you come from?
Where did I come from? Sleeping 2 hours this morning. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
5
You have a
months
new
old
kid.
That's a rough
today.
life.
5-month-old today.
Woo.
New
Rough,
baby
but a good
problems.
life over
Oh,
there.
What a good
Fantastic
life.
life. And that
You're
in
the
the
best
restaurant
dad.
combined. Living the dream.
Yeah, nice and easy.
No sleep till Brooklyn.
Ooh. Throw out a little Beastie
Till
Boys at
breakfast, you
me.
mean?
Till breakfast. Till breakfast.
Till breakfast shift.
So I got something.
What do you
How
got?
do you guys feel about that one table? You guys close at 9 and they walk in at 8:58 through the door.
Number one.
Empty restaurant.
How many people?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Really?
Single
Where are you
person,
working?
two
Have-
people. I'm saying 4
So 2 people? No.
for the most part. You,
You
know
would
what?
say
I'm a
no.
judgmental bitch though, because I would eye them up and down and decide if they were going to spend money or not just by looking at them.
Same.
Unfortunately.
I like the 2. Better than 4, but not better than 6.
Yeah, you know what? You add the gratuity on 6, so 6, let them in.
Oh, never gratuity.
You would turn away a 2-top. Coming in, your hours say you close at 9.
And they
You would-
walk in at, is it 8:59 point,
No, let's say
5-9, whatever?
8:57
Oh, 50 set for sure.
for sure.
You said 8:59. I feel differently 2 minutes
True.
later.
What's your cutoff?
Honestly, when I used to work in the restaurant industry, if we were there at 9 and I still had a table in there enjoying a meal or dessert, I would let somebody else in because that's on me and my time. Sometimes I also used to check with the cooks before that because it is me and my time.
Hold
But
on.
if
You would
it's
check with the cooks or the chef?
the chef, obviously, because it is 9 p.m. and we do close and that's my time and I can decide if I want to take that last table, but there is other people in the restaurant that
Now-
if I take that table, they're waiting also.
Doesn't make a difference if you haven't had a table in an hour.
I mean,
No.
at some point you're checked
It
out
doesn't
mentally.
make a difference.
Okay.
But I'm speaking from an owner's perspective. Now, an
As an
employee
owner.
perspective, I want to get the fuck out.
Yes.
Right.
Of course.
But as an owner,
You advertise 9 p.m. You serve them at 9
I will
p.m.
take them at 9:01.
Okay, you take them at 9:01 and you have 3 people in the kitchen. Does their check cover the 3 salaries for an hour?
Not
That's the
that, maybe
question.
not that check, but the return visit when they bring their friends.
I think they're too hopeful.
a good experience. Well, I'm confident in the experience that I give people when they come into the place.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
But let's just be honest. Like, don't you sometimes feel like as the customer, you walk in, you're like, oh shit, nobody's here.
Mm-hmm.
And you like look at each other like, we shouldn't stay.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Yeah.
stay.
And they're like, oh, sit down. Now, if they're like super welcoming, like I'll stay. But I've been there and it's a horrible dining experience because at the same time, you're just thinking, I got to get out of here. They don't want us here.
Right.
Everybody's looking at us. Like, do you want dessert? I did want your chocolate
the only
souffle,
reason
but
you
I'm
feel
not.
that way is because you work in the restaurant
That's what I was going to
industry.
say. Being in the industry,
Yeah.
we don't want to be those dicks that show up right
Yeah.
before you close because we know the feeling. As
Plus,
an
we
owner,
all have
though,
children. Not
I wouldn't do that.
See,
but
but-
I would accept them when they
Absolutely.
come.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
can't-
think that you like weigh your options on that. I think if it's a 2-top and you have 4 people in the kitchen and they decide to stay for almost 2 hours, then you have to pay 4 people an extra 2 hours because they came in 1 minute before
let
close.
people leave early.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like I
well,
would
that's
serve them,
true.
and once you're
Yeah.
done, you can go, and I
True.
can handle dessert.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like we have kids. The 3 of us have small children, and when you get to go out to dinner, it's like, oh my god, we're going out. If I walk into an empty restaurant, I'm like, damn, this isn't what I had in
Yeah.
mind. Like I want to be somewhere
I
where
guess it
it's
would be
jumping.
different at a bar, though, right? Because you can just start turning off the lights. Man, everything okay?
Everything's
Are you
great.
sure?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just had an opinion pop into my head. I'm like, oh, my ideal situation would be cook the food, serve the food, just me in the restaurant.
Oh,
Well, there's that.
Last table.
last table.
Last table.
I don't know how many times I've experienced that happen. At least in the summertime, I would say 6 times a week, somebody comes in, cuts it close every time. And yeah, in the summer, full staff, we have 5-6 people in the kitchen. Do you keep everybody there? No. Cook the food, clean up, get out. Kitchen is a luxury, being able to leave when everything's done.
Yes.
Servers, they don't. Anybody front of the house, they don't.
I think I'm
Dishwasher
also,
doesn't too if he has to sweep
Well,
and mop
exactly.
the restaurant as well.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. But I also think I'm guilty, like I was saying, of eyeing people up. If someone's coming in and they say, oh, you close in 1 minute and they're being problematic, I think I would turn them away over someone being so apologetic that I'm almost forcing them to sit down, that I'd rather them sit because they'll be quick. The people that are unapologetic are usually the ones there for another 2 hours. So unfortunately, sometimes you got to eye them up a little bit.
Now it brings me to another question. Have you ever had somebody at the bar or the restaurant hanging out as a server or working in the front that just hangs that 2 hour mark and you just sit in the corner or your service station and you just stare at them? Or you give them that kind of look like,
You know what I
It's
do
time
is
to
I
go.
usually talk their ear off.
Yes.
Most people,
I
Really?
agree.
if
Yes.
I leave you alone,
I go
you're
up to
not
them.
leaving. If I leave you and your friend by themselves, you're not leaving. If
That's a
I am
good
on
tactic.
top of you and I am just telling you the day that I was born, when I went to middle school, you're going to leave because I'm your buzzkill. I'm your worst
but at
nightmare.
the same time,
But
That's
I'm
how I
also
know
being
you.
the most friendly.
sacrificing gratuity for that
Absolutely
spiel?
not. No, because I'm doing it with a smile and I'm acting like I'm their best friend.
I mean, not for nothing though. Like you're hot. I'm sure like most guys would sit there and be like, so what else
Oh, I'm not
about
talking
you?
about guys. I'm talking about women. Guys, I leave alone. I'm on the other side. I'm hiding in the bathroom. Women, I am standing next to them, pretending that I'm their new bestie. I want to rub shoulders. I want to talk about our past. Let's, braid each other's hair. And they leave like this because they're like, we need to find some dudes. We need to
Never
get
heard
out of
that
here.
tactic.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't know.
Eyeing
That
them up
like,
from the other
I
side while they're having
especially
a great
use that
time.
tactic when it's a full schedule night and there's a table that is already there and I need to get that table out. So I go up to that table and try to just schmooze them over and make a cocktail hour. Like, we're going to have to move you
Yeah.
Right.
eventually,
Yeah.
but I have a different place.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Is there ever a point in time as the owner of a restaurant or a manager or whatnot that you have to go to a table and say, I'm sorry, guys, you really have to get up or move? Is there ever a right time to do that? Whether they stay from lunch into the dinner service for reservations or late night, like you said, they may hang out 2 hours longer. What if that stretches to 2.5 or 3?
Right. I think there's a difference if you close between lunch and dinner and your restaurant's closed because you kind of have an out by saying that. If it doesn't close and you're a full-time restaurant, there
It
is no getting
closes
around
at
that.
nighttime too. So they can stay too long at night.
Oh, for sure. Like I said, I'm a judger sometimes.
And don't forget,
oh
we're
my God, I'm judging 'em.
BYOBs at most of the places.
Yeah.
So it's not like we have a bar. Hey, please go to the bar.
Right.
I mean, at the bar, we give last call, which is like a universal.
Can
we're
you imagine a
shutting down
restaurant
now.
giving last call?
I think we should start that. Let's
Thank
start
you for
that.
being here. Last call. 15 minutes. Get the fuck out.
I mean, I went to a very famous steakhouse with my family a few months back in New York City, and we didn't know we were the last people there because there was like a wall, and on the other side there was another table. I
Okay.
saw that table was there. I never saw them leave. But at some point, they started putting all the chairs up on all the tables around us
The people that were
that
dining.
were working there.
Oh,
Just
the
yeah,
trying.
the
oh my God,
last
I
table
almost
had
hated
left.
it.
We didn't see them.
They're like, take a hint,
They're
guys.
like,
the
we're
hint.
leaving.
All the chairs are up. The lights are going
this
up. The
fine
music
dining?
comes up. It was fine dining. It was, I'm not going to say the
Don't
name,
say
but
the
it's
name.
a very famous
All right, but how
steakhouse.
long were they there for afterwards? Like, was it 7 hours and it
I
was
don't
3
know,
in the
but
morning?
we were there.
Are we ready to
eating.
go?
It was
I would join them at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, probably 10:30,
giving them the
11
keys.
o'clock, but our reservation was at 9. And I mean,
Okay, that's
when we
not-
got there, it was
no.
packed.
Yeah.
But by the time we were finished, there was nobody else where we were. And there was a football game that had just ended and all that. But yeah, like you could tell first the music went off. Then the chairs went
yeah,
up.
always the
Then
music
the lights
first.
came up.
Yeah,
then
I feel
you
like
see
at a
people
fine dining
sweeping.
restaurant, that's
Yeah,
It's
because
inappropriate,
you're getting,
but
it's
it happened.
appropriate.
you're
Yeah.
getting the
Yeah.
bill, the
Yeah.
high bills. You're getting the high payers.
And
This
how
is
many
what I was
people were
saying
you
about
with?
eyeing
It was
people
4 of
up.
us, my
Four
mom, my
of
dad,
you.
my
Exactly.
So I'm
brother.
going to
and I.
guess it's at least $400.
It was high.
$500.
Right.
Yep.
And this is what I was talking about with a two-top coming into a restaurant that the bill's only going to be $30. And you're staying an extra 2 hours. You're paying people extra 2 hours for a 1 minute. It
Do
also
you take
depends on
into
the person.
account the future? Are they going to come back? Are they going to bring friends?
I mean, I'm probably not going back. It was good.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, like that wasn't the best part of the experience.
It's the
And there's
last
4 of us.
taste that it leaves in your mouth.
Absolutely.
And that's the worst.
And you know what? You can be tasteful about it, however.
Exactly.
I do
think they
bring my
tried.
tapping shoes out. I do a little hat dance and I say goodbye. And then they come back. You're not going to kick them out like, you know, a rude
I
person.
that's
rushing I
the
would
last
do-
time.
The only rushing I would do, kitchen wise, is the kitchen is shutting down. It's 2 hours past. You're already closed. They want dessert. There is a rush for dessert.
Mhm.
Kitchen is closing, and then they can stay
I
as
feel
long
like
as you
that's
want.
That's
safe.
your
If
last
you let
call
them
for
know.
restaurants.
Yeah.
There you go. Your desserts are your last call
Yeah, but for the kitchen.
for the kitchen.
I love the kitchen. That's why I love the kitchen so much. I can
Gotta back the
leave. I
kitchen.
can go out for a smoke. I don't have to worry about it.
You don't got to put your sweet face on
Nope.
all
not
the
once.
time.
I like that. This was a fun topic. It was an interesting one. Because
Yeah,
I think we
mean,
all have different opinions on that.
Absolutely. Give them the boot if they look like they're going to be losers and keep them if they're going to be winners.
So basically, dress up nice and be polite if you're going to a restaurant at the last minute and she's there.
Or wear your pajamas and be nice. Just be nice.
Just be
Front.
nice.
Let me know what
I
I'm
don't
getting
care what
into.
you're
Be a
wearing.
nice
Just be nice.
person. Be a nice human being and tip appropriately
Absolutely.
for staying an extra 3 hours.
Nice.
That's the end of the story on that one.
Matt, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure. It was a
Aw.
pleasure.
Restaurant Pong.
Restaurant Pong, thank you guys for joining this week.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.